Hi, Peter Bernstein, Senior Editor of TMCnet.com. We are here at beautiful ITEXPO East in Miami Beach, enjoying the warm weather here in the middle of winter. And I am delighted to be joined by Mary Beth Hall, who is, you've got a long title here,
I do. Director
of Commercial Solutions, M2M Product Marketing for Verizon. We have a couple of things we want to go over.
Yeah.
The first one is, tell us a little bit about what you're doing here at the show, because I think it's fascinating.
Yeah, we have a couple things that we're doing at the show. We came in yesterday to talk to the ILS team because we have a partnership with them to help us with our ecosystem. Because at Verizon, we really kind of said to, our customers have said to us that we can't solve everything in this M2M space, so we need the partners. So that application enablement platform is where we need and where we see development going. So we were here for that. Then we're also here today at the M2M Evolution. We were just on a panel really just talking about the disparities in the industry and where we go out and try to make some money and where's the ROI and how do we really handle our customers, right? At the end of the day, it's really about keeping the customer in mind when we're coming up with these solutions.
So that's not a bad place to start, so where are we? When it comes to, we use these terms loosely, even IoT and M2M.
We do.
Which the industry needs to get over that, I think. But anyway, my impression is we're on the bottom of the ramp to get on the learning curve to actually figure out what this is all about. There's some really exciting first applications. There's some really interesting things going on in various verticals. We may be too high on the hype curve already, but tell me what you think.
Yeah, and then Peter, we've been talking all along, we both kind of been in this place a little bit of time, and cellular kind of has transformed there, and I think M2M, IoT, however you want to call it, and I know everybody has kind of a different philosophy with that. We are probably at the cusp. We've got the connectivity. We know customers need it, and it's really now about penetrating what they need as far as being able to rebrand it to their customers, whether they want to do a cost savings or a new line of business. But it's talking to all of them to be able to come up with a solution. So it's not only talking to the manufacturing department to be able to have a more operational friendly solution, but it's also talking to their marketing folks to make sure they're giving the customers what they need. But at the end of the day, you and I as consumers, we want a solution that's easy to use and that's going to help me, right? And so that's the piece we're not there yet. We will get there, I think, and then once consumers can help us drive it, having a connected device on us where I never lose my device is probably going to be reality, right?
But when you and I talk about IoT, what we're really talking about is the enterprise commercial aspects are going to be first.
Agreed.
Why don't you talk a little bit about, we were just talking about this offline, the big agriculture is a great vertical.
It is.
And talk, first of all, about what the use case is, number one, and number two, what it is that you guys are actually doing for the companies in order to get them to get the information they need in order to run their business better.
Yeah, that's a good one, Peter, because agriculture is kind of one of those low-hanging fruits. I think you even said that. But really doing that smart farming, where we've got partners in that space that are doing it today, where they can control everything that farm is using. So from the water, from the soil monitoring, being able to make sure all the nutrients are in that soil, to managing the equipment that they're using, all the heavy machinery that they need to be able to use, and then also being able to manage the crops that come off, right, throughout that supply chain that they need to be able to manage. But take that a step further away from farming and, Northeast area, there's tons of resorts on this side as well as on the West Coast golf courses. We're also seeing it for being able to manage water, for instance. It's a very hot commodity, especially on the West Coast, but we're seeing it in that sense as well. We're also seeing...
I've heard about trucking fleets and maritime operations, where it used to be, I just want to know where the ship is and I want to know how many containers are on there, to what's in the container, what's the temperature, what's the spoilage rate, what's the, everything about, all of those things have RFID tags now.
Yeah, and we have solutions that are doing that. To your point earlier, you can we have a large produce company that is actually managing the products that are in that. Because I don't know if I didn't realize this, but if you get bananas or pineapples and they're already spoiled, you don't have to pay for them. Or if I can actually route that truck to a different location where they won't be spoiled, I can actually then sell them, right? So that's a hot commodity, to being able to put those tags in there, know the humidity and know the temperature, and be able to measure the volume that's in there. There's other things that we can actually commoditize.
So the real uplift here is taking the information that's generated and being able to turn it into operational efficiency, right?
Exactly. So that big data, or that little piece of data that you can actually get a revenue stream out of, is what we're talking about. But to your point earlier, is that a solution that is easily implemented? Probably not, right? We need several different types of partners, and we know this ecosystem is vast and it's disparate, right? So we're trying to pull all those resources together and be that source where a customer can come to us. We'll partner with you to be able to introduce a solution to your customers.
So talk really briefly about what you guys are offering the customers, because taking a holistic approach and being the integrator on all of this is really important.
Yes.
To your point about the need for an ecosystem, how are you developing those things?
We've got several things that we are developing, right? We always have our direct sales force, which can do that to the enterprise. We've got a very robust partner program, so whether you want to resell it through transport or be a sell with partner, we've got kind of a different way to be able to treat all of our different types of customers and the ecosystem. And then we've also have the devices, right? So for M2M, we don't normally subsidize those devices as we do the smartphones and handsets, because there's just way too many of them, right? So customers can come in and develop with us. We've got a very robust innovation center. If you need help with the hardware and the software design, we can provide that for you. We've definitely done some investments in this space to be able to help the consumer and the enterprise customer with our cloud Terramark acquisition,
right,
with our security acquisition. So we're able to help those customers when it makes sense with those other products.
So anyway, here's the hot flash from the show. Verizon should be on your horizon, right?
There you go.
You're a marketing person, especially when it comes to M2M, because we're just getting started.
Absolutely.
And these guys really are on top of their game and are people that you want to work with. So
great.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Peter.
And I'm going to come by the booth.
Yeah, sounds great.